You join us backstage at the American qualifiers for the Pro Wrestling World Cup with the man who has one of the most infectious chants in wrestling right now. Moose, great to chat to you.
No, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, man.
Now that chant is deafening.
Yeah.
How is it that for you? Because whenever we seem to have a WCPW show, it's not only is it when you're coming out, not only is it when you're out there, it's before, it's after. What's that like for you?
Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it kind of gets annoying, especially when there's other matches that you're not in, and the people start chanting your name. I kind of have that feeling. Oh man, I hope those two guys in the ring don't hate me right now for it. But for the most part, I love it. I love it. I love the fans here in Manchester. I love the fans here in the UK, and I'm happy that they have fun with it.
You've travelled around a lot, obviously, with wrestling, and
yeah.
We've had you at a fair few WCPW shows.
Yeah.
What is it that you like about English crowds performing in front of them?
Oh, because they never get tired, man. They're into every single match, and I think that's phenomenal. I think that's the best part. I feel like the British crowd is the best crowd in professional wrestling right now.
Now, taking it back to your wrestling beginnings, what was it that inspired you to make that change? Obviously, a lot of people may know you through American football as well. What was it that made you think, this is what I wanted to pursue post-American football? Was there any influences, any people you looked up to, or was it just?
No, I was just a big fan of this as a kid, and the first time I laid my eyes on professional wrestling, I knew it was something I wanted to do when I got older. So now I'm just living the dream.
And how is that for you, making that transition from American football? Do you feel like an added weight of having to prove yourself, or is it?
At first I did, because there's a notion that American football players that come into wrestling don't end up being too successful. So to start off, I kind of had that notion that I had a lot of people to prove wrong. And I feel like in 4 years, or not even 4 years, 4 years in October of doing this, I've proved all the naysayers. You know, and I felt like you can be a pro football player and be successful in wrestling.
Absolutely, and you were successful as well in American football. You know, you Atlanta Falcons, New England Patriots. How do the two sports compare for you?
It's totally different. One is two totally different sports. I mean, you can't compare the two, but you can't compare the discipline you need to be successful in both things. So.
Now, as a fan of you at Slammiversary recently as well, you partnered with DeAngelo Williams. How did that come about, and what was that like for you? You know, bringing someone else in from your original background.
Man, it was one of the funnest matches I've ever been a part of, and it happened to share the ring with a good buddy of mine, DeAngelo. And I mean, he did amazing. Probably the best celebrity performances of all time in the pro wrestling ring. So all hats off to him. And
you mentioned before about how some people might think it's just an easy way to go from pro football or from other sports into wrestling. I think you yourself have proven that it's not that. You've really stepped up a level, I suppose, in wrestling. Do you think we're going to see more of that in the future? I mean, we had Matt Riddle at a show of ours recently as well. Do you think more people will be transferring, but still doing well and showing that other people can really succeed in this business?
I mean, that's the plan of all this. Yeah. I mean, I think the plan every time I go out there is to turn the eyes to pretty much professional football and the other sports in general. I feel like myself and DeAngelo Williams and all the other guys who have transitioned from football to wrestling is paving the way for the people to come.
And you really have proven yourself in the ring, and I suppose just by looking at you, people would assume a certain style perhaps. Right. But you're very agile, you're very athletic.
I pride myself on being able to wrestle all styles. You want technical, I could give you that. You want high flying, I could give you that. I could definitely give you the power game because of my figure. I feel like I could do all kind of things, and I feel like I'm a hybrid. There's only a couple of us that's still here, like myself and Keith Lee and Dijak and Elgin. I mean, there's not a lot of us, but I mean, I feel like we're a hybrid. Those 4 guys I just named are like hybrids in professional wrestling who could do it all.
And another thing I wanted to mention about is people would presume with your size and not only coming from American football, is stamina wouldn't be an issue, but that really doesn't seem to be the case for you.
I mean, I'm real disciplined with my workouts during the week and my cardio during the week, so I try not to have problems with stamina when I come in the wrestling ring.
And less than 4 years in the business for you, but you've been, as I said, so successful. How's that for you being on Impact and holding that championship that you held for quite a while?
I mean, it's a great feeling, man. It just shows that's hard work and dedication, man. So if you put the work in, good will come out of it at the end. So.
And how's it been on Impact for you, facing such big names of the likes of Cody, Drew Galloway?
Oh, man, it's great, man. I mean, just keep bringing the names, and I'm gonna keep stepping in that ring with them. It's only gonna get my my craft better. It's only gonna make me a better wrestler and a more well-known wrestler.
Who is there any names in that bucket list that you'd like to face next?
Oh man, there's a few guys in the British scene that I would like to face that I haven't gotten the chance to work yet, like I know Will Ospreay and Ron Smile, and just there's a few names out here that I would like to face that I haven't stepped in the ring with. Man, I might even want to take on Joe Henry for his World Culture Championship.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but there's a lot of talent up here that I would like to face. But I mean, I come here a lot. This is kind of like my second home, so I'm sure at one point I'll be able to face these guys.
And as much as we don't want to lose you, I was checking your social media recently. You were hanging out with Apollo Crews.
Yeah, that's right.
A good friend of yours, of course. Was there any discussion there about, you know, WWE? Because I know there's been a lot of rumors going around.
I don't like talking about that. I'm happily in Impact right now, and I'm going to be in Impact for a while. So there's no. I mean, I'm happy with Impact.
That's very good to hear. One final thing, just wanted to get your opinion on it. Mayweather-McGregor, I know this is something that you're very passionate about.
Mayweather wins, hands down. I mean, I don't like talking about it because I think it's kind of like if I want to go play LeBron James in basketball. Like, obviously he's going to kick my ass. The same thing, Mayweather's going to win. But it's a great. I mean, it's going to be a good spectacle. I mean, two guys that talk a lot of trash, that kind of alike in that mindset, and they're going to make a lot of money. I'm happy for both of them on what their bank account is going to look like the day after the fight. But the actual fight is, I think, it's BS. But it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't complain if I was fighting Mayweather and getting $50 million for doing it. So I mean, it is what it is.
Moose, it's been great chatting to you. We look forward to seeing you in a WCPW ring again soon.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.